Sup, sup, sup. Welcome in. What's up? We're here. Beautiful evening. Tuesday, January 27th. We got a evening show underway. Q&A'ing it up, getting back on business with the consistent Q&As and feeling pretty damn good about it. Hope you guys have had a nice early, week so far. Obviously, we're digesting everything that went down Saturday. We're looking ahead to what's going down this Saturday with UFC 325. I feel like when there's a big numbered event and then a number event the week later, I feel like some anticipation leaves with that previous numbered event. I feel as though this fight between Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopes, and also, Fiziev versus Ruffy or Benoit Saint Denis and Dan Hooker isn't getting the same hype that I feel like it should be for some reason. I don't think people are as excited for 325. I think that it's actually, I'd say, a better card. Maybe not name value from bottom to top. But I look at the big three fights on the card. I look at the Quillian Salkilld fight. I think this is going to be a pretty fun event that's going to live up to my early expectations. I think it's going to be consistent action and high quality fights from, bottom up. So I look forward to everything. I hope everybody's doing pretty nice here. I see people asking me about what is the controversy that I'm speaking of. So the controversy that I'm talking about is we have numerous occasions of Gaethje with the hand open in the fight, but we have the instance of a very bad eye gouge, a very bad thumb in the eye, leading to the fight going in an unfortunate manner. I got a coffee on the way for me. Thank you very much, Jersey gal. Love you. And it's unfortunate how, you know, I feel as though maybe Gaethje still does his thing. I'm not under the narrative that, oh yeah, Gaethje would have went out and there should be Paddy would have went out and beat his ass if they didn't happen. I don't want to push that false narrative because it's not what I believe. But I just would have loved to have seen the chance 100% versus 100%. That's where my disappointment lies. But I will tell you, I think that Justin Gaethje looked as sharp as he had in years. I think Justin Gaethje looked as powerful as he had in years. I know some people really shitting on him. He looks slower. He looks sloppier. I think that's Gaethje. It was gangster Gaethje. I think just sitting on the outside trying to fight technical against Paddy, I actually think he could have gotten caught with some stupid shit. Salkilld versus Rongju was sick. Jacoby versus Crute was cool. I like the Salkilld Rongju fight a lot. It's unfortunate that Rongju's out. Now they're giving him Jamie Mullarkey. It's a bit of the, showcase chance. I wish there was a glove model that helped prevent this, but unfortunately it doesn't happen. Bookies needed Justin. They got cooked on O'Malley and the Patriots. Justin looked good, but the eye pokes were crazy unfortunate. Definitely had an impact. They are, man. It's just the eye poke thing doesn't seem to get solved. For one fight, people seem up in arms about it. For another, they seem indifferent. I think we got to keep it consistent. I think it would have been nice to have seen a point deduction. Not even that I want Justin Gaethje to be robbed of a win. That's not what I'm saying. It's more I just want to know that the rules are going to be enforced, man. I want to see the rules enforced. Did you see Rose? I saw her crying, signing an autograph for a fan. It was unfortunate for Thug Rose, dude. It was. Lopes versus Volk, who's the winner? I got to lean towards the side of Lopes to be able to find his mark at some point. Also, guys, we're at 7 likes. Let's get 20 likes up in here in the first 10 minutes, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button. There's a glove that fixes it, but Dana won't do it. We got them to our gym, and it's sick. Well, they got to create it. Yeah, they're not going to go towards a glove they didn't create. Yo, Adrian, how you feeling about Arman thinking about going down to featherweight? Maybe going for double champ back out of a title fight? Sorry, I had to throw in that joke. Listen, bro, let me fucking tell you, fucking Frozen, let me tell you something. Arman Sarukian, if he can comfortably make 145, him versus Lopes or Volkanovski, sick fights. Arman Sarukian is a tough matchup for everybody at 145. I'm curious to see how his wrestling translates. Bro, what? Steven Asplund is fighting Vitor Petrino? No. Holy shit. Steven Asplund stepping in on short notice for the chance of a lifetime against one of Brazil's massive prospects. Holy shit, man. Dude. Dude, that's sick, man. The problem is, I think Petrino's going to take him down, though. I think Petrino's going to wrestle. I don't think Petrino's just going to sit in there and slug. Gaethje wins this fight 9 out of 10, no matter what, including last Saturday. He's just better than Paddy. Listen, PDX, I respect your take. You can say you guys won on the Gaethje side. So, I can't sit here and say, no, it's going to be different. But I think it could have went different. I'm disappointed we didn't get a fair shake, but it is what it is. Trevor Whitman had a glove like 5 years ago that would naturally close your fist, but UFC never picked it up because of their contract. Money. Pretty sure it's called Onyx. It is the Onyx glove. Yeah. Unfortunate. They're not willing to budge on shit like that at all, man. Bro, Steven Asplund's a bad motherfucker. Steven Asplund's a bad motherfucker. And Paddy the Baddy's making some fucking cash, man. I see Paddy the Baddy everywhere on commercials and shit. Paddy's making some fucking cash, bro. Paddy's making some fucking dollar signs. You understand? Can you imagine they do Paddy versus McGregor at the White House? I don't know if they will. All I know is this one of one main event. It only sounds like John Jones, Alex Pereira. What else could be a one of one main event outside of Jones versus Poetan? Just use the Pride gloves they already own that design its curve, preventing some accidental pokes. I just don't think they're going to go backwards with the Pride gloves. Not saying it's a bad idea, but I don't see it. Bro, I saw Paddy on a fucking deodorant commercial today. Asplund is such a G. Asplund is a fucking G. Asplund's a certified gangster. Can't wait to hear your redemption lock. Hey, tomorrow it comes out. I got redemption on my mind. Big redemption on my mind. I'm ready. I'm ready for this weekend, bro. I'm bringing the heat. It's going to be great. I'm ready to slap. Hit the home run. Send it in. W Central. I'm ready for it, bro. I am. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah. I think it's wild they pipe crowd noise into the arena just to boost Paddy. Are you serious, bro? Thank God you jumped on Age. Was tired of listening to other people on the live. Hey, well, I'm glad you're here, Troy Hustle, my dog. Welcome to the show. Paddy do a commercial for Summer's Eve seems fitting. Bro, Paddy, he can do fucking anything, man. I should probably look up what Summer's Eve is if I'm missing on some joke or something like that. Women's vaginal cleaning product. That's funny, actually. Holy shit, I've seen that brand. If Petrino wrestles, it could be a problem, but Asplund's naturally bigger size. Power and pressure could cause problems for Petrino as a questionable gas tank. Bro, let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you. I would love, love to see the side of Asplund send Petrino on his ass. I would love Asplund to knock him out. I hope it happens. But damn, I'll be damned. I think we're gonna see Petrino with the fucking takedowns, man. I believe you, PDX Hoya. That's crazy. I believe you though. I don't know why. I know you wouldn't lie to me, PDX. Paddy lost you 2K. Sorry, bro. I know it's too late now to say sorry. Sorry, Paddy lost you 2K. Sorry that it didn't go our way. I put it in the lock city thinking it was cash all day. And unfortunately, I took the L. I got to try better next day, which is tomorrow, the next day. It's all good. We coming back better. We're coming back bigger and better, stronger and faster, man. Yeah, man. I'm ready for this shit, bro. What do you think is going to happen? We're going to bring the heat. I'm ready this time. Make sure you guys keep running the likes up. We're almost at 20. Let's break into 20 here. I want 20 likes at the 12-minute mark, man. Let's get the likes moving, man. Yaguan. It's the big one. Recently, these short notice replacements have made for better fights. Asplund in against Petrino, Phil Rowe in against Jean Paul Labassignani, and Jailton in against Rivzan Kuniev. Honestly, good strat. Yeah, I like that shit too. W swerve. Why wasn't Hawken in Lock City? Because hindsight 2020, bro. You know, at the time I was like, I'm confident, but is he a most confident? No, he should have been. He should have been a lock of the year. Denzel Freeman got fucking exposed. Hell with Ruffy, who's riding into the valley of success with me and Fiziev. PDX Hoya, you going against me on another big one this week. Damn, my boy. Damn, my boy. You're going Yi Jia and Sulan Grambo. I think both are live to win, Tenzin. I'm picking both. You ever seen the YouTube channel that ranks the MMA content picks? Pretty sure you made top 3. Yeah, I watch occasionally, not always, but I watch the fight feed and the prediction tracker. The channel Fight Feed that's doing it. He wants me to come on his show for collab. I told him, yeah, during the off week, I'll do like an interview or something. You almost lost both legs. Song got robbed, in my opinion, part of the game. Let's get it back this week. Hey. Might be a Degen and Fade Tao first fight. I think of it like this. With Tao, you want to bet on him, you're risking it on the underdog. You want to bet against him, you're risking betting against that fucking savage, you know? I think it's a 50-50 fight, but if you're feeling like the other side's calling you, Bat Bayar is a gangster. No, I haven't heard who Shara Bullet's going to fight next. Who is he going to fight next? Do you know? You feel like he made zero improvement, Ruffy? We don't know for sure yet. We don't know for sure yet. Dun, 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 dun. Fiziev is the second best lightweight striker. I think that might be a reach, PDX. I don't know if Fiziev's second best. I think Fiziev's real good. I think Ruffy's going to give him pause, man. Fuck, I'm against it. Bump. Could have won 5.8K if Paddy won, but was my own picks. Unfortunately, I pick flipped in the fight. Let's cash 325. Listen, bro, sometimes you go against your own intuition, and that's where shit goes sideways, you know? Gaeje, I think you got to work on your Instagram. I think that you're right, man. My Instagram is not popping. You thought Song got robbed drinks and those things? I thought Paddy got a close decision. Paddy. I thought O'Malley got a close decision. I thought he got it by a little bit. I deserve all the followers from fight fans. Hey, W Tenzin. Fighting nerds wants a comeback. To be fair, though, Ruffy's now part of the Volkanovski gang. Ruffy's not with fighting nerds. Tao does have the homeland advantage, fair. You tempted to pick Finney over Malkoon because I rate DC as a coach, but then I remembered Abu Bakr trains with Habib and Islam. Coaches don't really mean that much. Exactly. Exactly, Swerve. I can't trust it until he shows me it. If he goes out there and fucks Malkoon up, I'll jump on the train again. But I'm not gonna go on a hype train that I think is destined to crash here soon. What isn't my name Fishy showing here? Because for whatever reason, YouTube has for my chat usernames instead of display names. I don't know. So you're fish busting now, bro. How does Derrick Lewis explain his laying down and giving up? He explains it like this: I had no chance of winning. I figured I don't need to take too much damage. I'm done. Ruffy probably spying for Jean. I saw that John Silva unfollowed Ruffy on Instagram. So maybe they're not boys anymore. Maybe they're not boys because he trained with Volt. But Ruffy's got to do what's right for his fighting career. I think for Ruffy, it makes sense. Fighting nerds, I don't think was a place he could shine. You know, I feel like it works for Prates. It's working for John Silva. Arguably works for Bahayo. Yeah, I guess not anymore, Stormy. Supposedly he unfollowed him. I saw this today. I really hope you clean sweep more than one card this year because I put all your pick in a parlay. I will clean sweep a card this year. I am. It might be this weekend, dude. It might be this weekend. It's gonna happen, yo. Sick of this shit. It's gonna happen. Clean sweep incoming. Let's fucking go, chat. You know what? Let's get me 30 likes by the 20-minute mark for the luck on Queen's clean sweep. All right, we're at 26. Let's run it up, man. Run it up for the big J. Let's fucking make it happen. What are we doing? Smash that like button. I want to get crazy up in here. Hey, what's up, KZW, bro? I know, picking Malkoon because of layoff, I get staying away from it. I just think that if he still got what he had before he left, he should be able to win a close decision here against a guy in Finney who I'm just not even sure about, dude. Derrick Lewis went from hot balls to no balls. Jesus, Daryl. That's a savage take. Like, you just absolutely shit on him. Hot balls to no balls is fucking crazy. You're a savage for that. What's your thoughts on Paramount controlling all YouTube uploads? Meaning what, Felipe? Hey, Tenzin, thank you for joining the MMA Experts Army, bro. I look forward to seeing the members stream tomorrow. Member stream tomorrow. We're back on business. Yeah. Member stream tomorrow. Bump, 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 bump. What's up, Zohan? We're going 90 minutes, bro. 90 minutes, Swerve. We're only 18 minutes and we're going an hour and a half, my dog. I want 100 likes on this stream. I let it slip earlier. I wasn't being too aggressive about it. I was like, whatever. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Everybody felt tired. You know what I'm saying? It's a big storm up north. Everybody's sleepy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. But today, this evening show, we got to get back to the 100J. So hopefully you guys follow suit with the likes on deck and you can pump the algorithm. Listen, every like jumps up the algo. Every like blesses me. You know what I'm saying? Every like helps this fucking ship to keep on moving. So make sure you keep on locking it in. Tomorrow, I'm doing this week's best of my May bets. Thursday, I'll probably do worst case scenario, UFC, and then I'll do PropAholics. They're calling me Savage J. They're calling me Savage J again. Keep on bringing thunder again. You know what I'm saying? YouTube algorithm, they got to unlock it for me, man. They got to let it be like last week. Algorithm was going nuts last week. It's almost more embarrassing than Ty being on a 5-fight loss streak and still on the main card. The reason he's still on the main card is we're also in Aus. I've been off by one, Ty Nation. It's annoying. It frustrates me, bro. Paramount releases just highlights. Pretty sure they have the full fights up now, though, on Paramount's page or on Paramount's app. I think so. I'm picking Finney. He definitely is more dangerous striker. I don't see Malkoon getting him down. You think Finney's dangerous on the field? I feel like Finney's striking looks basic as fuck. For the clean sweep, I got to join after years of following the Gaeje. Hey, W Tenzin. I've seen you been a lot more active in the chat lately. I know you've been around for a long time. Don't think I don't recognize you. W, dude. I wouldn't mind seeing Gaethje Poirier at the White House if they won't give me Ilya. If the Ilya fight doesn't work out and they did Gaethje Poirier and just an American showcase, I'm not complaining. What's cracking, folks? Hope everyone's having a chill evening. Hey, let's go. Commentary connoisseur. I'm feeling good, my dog. Ty trains in Dubai. He's not even in Austin anymore. Yeah, but he's still repping. Full fight up today from 324. I love to see it. You got saved with the Gaethje decision, 10-1. I was shocked no one else mentioned that. Dude, Gaethje almost sold, right? Gaethje almost lost. That was close, dude. Live made it a fight. Why do I have a feeling Ty could pull it off? Because Saint Teixeira is so unproven. Saint Teixeira is not beating anybody good. Absolutely, Ty could pull it off. I'm picking Saint Teixeira, don't get me wrong. But if Ty lands a big punch over the top, live to put him down, live to bounce back. It's just probably Ty looks a little slow. Was last week in your biggest live stream numbers? No, it was 6 figures. I had over 103,000 views on the live, but biggest singular is 323 with almost 300K, 299K. My weekly lives, they were like pretty good for a numbered event. Consistent 100 like streams throughout the week, which is always the goal, 100 likes. I always feel like 100 likes like really is like big shit, especially on just like Q&As, you know? Crowd in Vegas was clowning Gaethje and Figgy bad, especially Gaethje. They're like, this big behemoth, this is all he brought. Size difference is insane. Big reach advantage for Taliesin, way taller. It's a problem. You think Talison's more dedicated? Me too. I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. Hernanov sent me something on X, I think. I got a Hernanov notification. Fiziev making fun of John Silver crying in front of the UFC belt during his weight cut. That's funny, man. Holy shit. Fiziev John Silva is a fight that I'd enjoy seeing. Yo, Fiziev's hair is lit, though. It's funny as fuck. Lopes by decision, BSD by decision, Fiziev decision. They're all bums, no finishes this week. BSD's not going to finish? I'll tell you who I like right now on UFC 325. Underdog. I think you got to look at Oban Elliott, bro. We have to. Oban Elliott. Rose was robbed after the rewatch. It's obvious. I scored a 2-1 for Rose, too. Yeah, I just saw the Fiziev video Hernanov sent. It was funny as fuck. Let's go, Hernanov. Thoughts on Dana saying the White House main event will be 1 of 1? Surely that has to be Jones Pereira. If that isn't Jones Pereira, I don't quite understand what it is. I can't envision anything else. It's got to be Jones Pereira. I highly doubt he means Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje, or Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 4, or Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. Like I don't think that's relevant with the modern era. Jones DC would be insane, but no, I don't think DC's fighting again. No. If it's Islam Ilya in the main event, I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna lose my shit. Now, if it ends up being Islam versus Usman, I'm gonna say Dana. That ain't no 1-of-1. Like, what are we talking about? AJ lost already with Paddy. Now it's guaranteed. I agree. Jones versus Poatan is the way. Dude, Swerve, W idea. That's what I was thinking too. I think that's a banger video to drop for the people. I like that shit. I think that'll be fun. Two most confident UFC 325 picks. I like Elikana a lot. Elikana looks good to go. I think Rouston. I want to see Elikana BSD is live. Hey, what's up, Brendo? Jones Pereira, heavyweight undisputed if Tom vacates, or Islam Ilya. Dude, I don't even think they need an undisputed title on the line. Like, I don't even think it matters, dude. Good Noodle MMA, thank you for the $10. If Silva defended the grappling better to a split, I wouldn't be mad because there's a narrative. She has a chance against Chev, but she got a UD after getting grapple fucked. Chev put us to sleep again, LMAO. So you're essentially saying Chev is going to dominate her on the ground again. I think that's what I'm reading, Good Noodle. Thank you for the 10. Yeah. I think you're probably right. RAF Arman versus Pulias. No, I didn't see that. Hey, double stream for Big J is the way, bro. Chat, we're at 45 likes. I want 50 likes in the half hour. 50 likes at 30 minutes, man. Let's go. Run the likes up. Hey, W for the $10 dono, Good Noodle. Let's fucking go, man. I would rather it be for Undisputed. If Per wins, he has beat the GOAT and becomes first 3-division champ, but happy with either. I feel happy with either, of course, right? In a perfect world, it's for the vacant heavyweight title, but I don't know, man. Maybe Tom Aspinall ends up surprising us and coming back sooner rather than later. This is what I'm thinking for White House. Jones, Poatan, interim heavyweight belt. Gaethje, Connor, interim lightweight belt. Islam, Gary, Jan Vershuga. That's the Swerve lineup. I'm not going to be surprised if they put Marab at the White House. Marab loves America, dude. I think he'd be down with it, even though he's Georgian. America's giving him this chance, you know? So I think Marab might be on the card versus Jan. Unfortunately, Chev just found the free legacy farming glitch. Her physical strength and wrestling has been looking better than ever. I feel like the White House card is no more than 12 fights. I could even see 10 fights at the White House. I think 10 makes sense. Like 10 actual, like high level ranked fights. I'm going to say it's a 10 fight card with 3 to 4 title fights. Connor versus Gaethje. I don't know. I feel like they could almost feel like Paddy versus Gaethje. Do they give Connor the interim title shot on the fucking return after a layoff? 5 years? I don't know. I guess Brock Lesnar was going to get a title shot after, a no contest against Mark Hunt and some years off. I think Connor fighting Justin and Pereira versus John is perfect. You put in interim belts, both of them, without it being super egregious or contested. Fair. They want titles on both of them because they want to headline. They want them to headline over other title fights. Fair. I just feel like with Islam, they might save him. Like they might not put him at the White House. They might save Islam for a different event. I could see them not, unless it's Islam Usman, maybe. But I could see them going a different direction. I could see Gaethje versus if Max Holloway beats Charlie O. Gaethje Max Holloway too for the interim title. I do have a feeling Poirier is not fighting at the White House. Does Ty finally get a W this weekend? Hard to say, bro. It's hard to back Ty with any bit of confidence. I'm going to say Ruffy wins by a close decision. One more time for those in the cheap seats. Don't bet against Valentina. PDX is not wrong. What's your thoughts on Sean versus Hernandez? You know what I got to tell you, dude? I really like that fight a lot because I think Hernandez can take Sean down. And I think the grappling of Hernandez and the chin, these are elements of a guy that could end up upsetting Sean Strickland. And I'd love to see, Hernandez get a title fight. Hey, a lucid mindset. Thank you for 199. Keeping the dono train running, man. Islam versus winner of Ilya Arman at 170. Maybe. So it's weird with all these interim. I don't know. And then they're trying to push that Usman fight on us. It's murky waters for what they're doing at 170. Ty lost in his own birthday last time. Does that mean it's good luck this time or more bad luck incoming? If Ilya vacates, Justin Undisputed versus Arman. I'll tell you this. If Ilya vacates, they're not going to give Arman the Undisputed title shot. They're going to do Justin Gaethje, and he's going to fight against either, right, Holloway or like an Oliveira. I think that's the route they go down. I think that like the one-off fight is probably Jones-Poatan. If McGregor does come back for the White House card, which I'm hard-pressed to say he does, I do feel as though a Gaethje fight could make sense, but because of McGregor coming off such a long break, do they throw him in such a marquee matchup against a guy coming off a win? Or would they instead give him like a Paddy Pimblett? Arman said, yeah, he'd fight for the 45-pound title if they pass him up. He can make 145. Him down at that weight, I'd be intrigued. Yeah, exactly. Giving Conor a title fight is crazy. Colby, Kevin Holland, Reyes versus Jamal. Well, the thing is, Reyes is booked for Johnny Walker, so we got to see. I think Michael Chandler Moicano in the White House makes sense. Peep the last two comments. The fights that I'm confident on the card, I feel like I'm seeing the name Gaethje on the card. All right, I'm seeing John Jones, Poatan on the card. I'm thinking we're live to see Jan defend the strap, but it's a maybe. I don't know about Ilya. I don't know about Islam. I don't know. They might do Benny Dariush versus Michael Chandler on the card. Have you seen the 326 card? Personally, I'm having a hard time being excited for it. I'll say it like this. How can you not be hyped when the main event is sick like that? But is it the most stacked card ever? Holloway, Charlie O. It's a good fight, though. Holloway, Charlie O is good. Moicano versus Ortega. Nobody's asking for it, but the winner could end up getting, a Michael Chandler fight or something. It's a rematch. Kyle Bahayo versus RDR. I think it's an intriguing matchup. Gregory Rodriguez, Bruno Ferreira rematch is sick. Rob Font versus Rosas. I think Rosas is going to grapple him up, but I'm intrigued. Xiao Long versus Cody Garbrandt. I actually think it's going to be a good slugfest. Durden versus Tumen Dumbarell. Dante Johnson versus Todorovic. Ju Sang Yu versus Gaston Bolaños at featherweight. I think Ju Sang Yu can win that one. Luke Fernandez versus Adolfo Bellato is actually a cool fight. Jesus Aguilar versus Suma Derji. Weird. How many fights is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fights on the card. I'm sure they add a couple more. I think they will. Hey, good noodle. Thank you for the 5, bro. Giving McGregor anyone in the rankings besides Chandler is insane. In my opinion, Chandler's a perfect excuse for a ranked opponent for a superstar who's been out. I agree with that. The problem is like Dana White is shutting it down hard, saying, no, it's not Michael Chandler. No, it's not going to happen. Why won't Ilya fight on the White House card? I just don't know about what's happening with Ilya Taporia, man. Like, I know that he wants to fight Islam. I feel like I don't know how interested Ilya Taporia is in a Justin Gaethje fight. Josh Van told Manel Kopp to sign the contract for March 7th. Oh my God, they need to do that, Swerve. Yes. They have to do that. Joshua Van versus Manel Kopp on the card. That's needed. That makes 326 way better. Garbrandt definitely has a chance with Xiao Long. And Barcelos has turned out to be a bit of a savage, so let's say he's good. Dana supposedly confirmed the Justin fight with Ilya. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I just don't know for sure if they do it. John Doe, thank you for $4.99. I'm glad Justin cheated. How about that? I'm just glad Paddy got his big mouth shut. I honestly wish he cheated more. Wish more people said this. Jesus. I guess, it's a pretty base take on the other side. I just prefer a fair fight, no matter who's to win. Prefer not some bullshit. Well, let's say Gaethje cheated. I just think there was accidental fouls that weren't called. Do you think Pantoja deserves a title shot again? Absolutely. Max, Charlie, Van Cop, RDR, Kyle, Moicano Ortega, Robocop. For that, exactly. That's the card. That's the banger card. They need Van and Cop on that card. Yeah, Ortega Moicano doesn't feel right. It's not going to last. No, they're going to add Van and Cop. Moicano's washed. What do you think about Ortega, though? What is Ortega going to look like at 155? What should we expect from a 155 Ortega? Van Cop does feel like Miami card, but I feel like 326 needs it. I'm going to put out a why Cop makes it look easy against Van video just to piss off AJ like he did me. Hey, WPDX, I'd be sure to watch it. I'd be sure to watch it. Man, you're always working. Great seeing you tonight. Hey, Captain and Coke. It was great seeing you and catching up, man. Always good to chat. Hope you had a good workout, my dog. Moicano wants easy money. That's why he's fighting Ortega. Bro, Ortega not easy money. Ortega beat him already, too. Yo, W mixtape. When we get another UFC 5 stream, I know I want to do them, and definitely during the off weeks. It's just tonight I really wanted to just Q&A with the folks. I just wanted to talk and hang out. But UFC off week, I'll do it. I'll tell you this, when UFC 6 comes out, I'll be more apt to really run it. I feel like there'll be a lot of hype around it. The views should be pretty high of me playing UFC 6. I was playing some UFC 5 earlier, man. I'm just trying to work on the head movement. Bro, Yuri Olberg, JDM Prates, dude, sick card. Interim title, I don't even give it. Bring back the interim title era. I'm cool with that. Yuri Olberg interim title main event. That's fine with me. And then JDM Prates, perfect. I don't even care. We don't need the world title. Give an interim. I'm cool with interim titles for super fights like that. Or not super fights, but big fights like that. Who's next for Brendan Allen? It should be Duplessis. Chat, we're at 49 likes. We're about to hit the 40-minute mark. I need to be at least 10 ahead. Let's get 55 likes up in here. I want to get on track to the 100 likes by the hour and 30-minute mark. So make sure you guys run it up with the likes. Show some love. I'm bringing the heat tomorrow. This week's best MMA bets. I'm ready. I'm cooking up. All right. I'm ready for some magic. Yeah, bro. I played EA UFC, the first one, second one, played all of them. I like the online career mode in the second one a lot. Like the card thing, it was cool. Gymshark J, a W Gymshark. You think Paddy should still be ranked 12? Bro, it's the Paddy Pimblett effect, though. He's getting the push. I just like, you know what I'll say about the White House card? I know the rumbling is Conor McGregor, but like, I guess I won't believe it until I see it, type of thing. You want an MVP versus Prates fight? I think Prates versus Jack Della is way more likely. MVP versus Buckley. Why so much Ortega hate? On my end, no, I'm actually thinking Ortega might win. Can we talk about how Paddy's the GOAT? Is crazy. Paddy is the GOAT. He's got a good chin. Hopefully, Miami is another welterweight showcase like the MSG card was. Shavkat Morales, JDM Prates could be on that card. Maybe a prelim main event, Burns Malat. I like it. I think that perfectly fits, dude. I really hope that the Miami card comes together as we want. I think Yuri versus Ulberg is a sick main event, especially because they're probably saving Poatan for the White House. I'm at the point where I don't even give a fuck about McGregor anymore. I'm with you, Adam Mueller. I am. Like, I really don't care. But the rumbling is he's coming back. Did you see Connor posting today? I'm dropping sparring partners. I'm 100% in camp. I don't know. MVP Wonder Boy would be great. They should do it. What's my take on Lewis? I think that unfortunately Derrick Lewis was outmatched by a pretty serious margin. And he knew he wasn't going to win the fight. He was getting touched up and he was kind of just done for. And I think that he kind of quit. He kind of quit. Tega used to be an absolute dog and throw shots. He's been so gun shy recently. Hope he can get back to savagery against Moicano. I think he could. Because Moicano's striking is pretty meh. Hi all from Tasmania. Hey, Dundee from Tasmania. What's up, bro? McGregor hasn't won since exactly 2020. He hasn't fought since 2021. The rumbling of him getting an interim title fight, I don't think so. Wonder Boy Covington at the White House. I would love to see Covington win. Or Covington win. I would love to see Wonder Boy win. Ugh. I'd like to see Covington versus fucking Burns. Connor ain't ready? Question mark. Connor said he's getting ready. He said he's in camp. Very speculative. Can't wait for the lock of the week. Hey, W, bro, tomorrow. If John Jones was 80 pounds, could I take him? Could I take a fucking 7-year-old John Jones? I'm going to say yes. But you give him 130 pounds, I think he's, still taking out most dudes. But yeah, I think I'll take 7-year-old John Jones out. Any thoughts on who you think will be on the 327 card? I feel like hearing about the 1 of 1, I think Pereira's at the White House. I'm going to say 327. We see Prates, Jack Della. I think we're very live to see a Shavkat return, but not 100% certain. I think Shavkat Michael Morales will go crazy. I think that Yuri Prohashka and Carlos Ulberg, it's a good main event. Throw the fucking interim title on it. I don't care. Put an interim belt on the line. Especially if Poatan is doing a heavyweight fight against John Jones. Okay, let's do interim title at light heavyweight. And that's their main event. That's all we really need. I heard Dustin wants to come back so bad, bro. He's not going to stay retired. He's going to come back. He wants to fight Gaethje. I'll tell you this though. If they did Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje at the White House, would you really complain though? How sick of a fight would that be? I think, and I'm gonna say it, it has to be like this. If Charles Oliveira wins the BMF belt, I wouldn't be shocked if Charles Oliveira is not at the White House. And instead, they would consider, if Topuria is not at the White House either, hypothetical, they would go Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier. But if Max Holloway wins, it's hard to deny Max Holloway Gaethje too, especially at the White House. I think that'd be pretty sick. Bro, Shavkat versus Morales is the fight, dude. Is Shavkat back? No, not yet. A boy can dream, you know? Pockets interview today on Helwani was gold. I saw that he was on the show, but I didn't watch it. I'll have to check it out. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I'm going to tell you Arman's fight. I see no one's fighting Arman. Let me tell you. Arman is going to fight BSD if BSD wins this weekend. Arman versus Benoit Saint Denis. Would not surprise me. Holloway Gaethje too is great. I know. I hope Dustin doesn't come back either, but I think he's going to want to. I don't think he gets the Gaethje trilogy just yet. I'm not saying he'd never get it. If Gaethje fought and lost the fight and then Dustin wanted to come back, maybe. It's because Dustin wants that interim belt around his waist, man. Dustin wants another crack. Dustin wants another strap, bro. And then if Dustin Poirier, let's say Dustin Poirier did fight Gaethje, and let's say Poirier somehow won. Poirier versus Ilia Topuria is still a pretty marquee fight. But, you know, Max Holloway's there. Let's not forget about Max Holloway. Charles Oliveira could throw the monkey wrench in the plans. And then Charles Oliveira gets the BMF title. Maybe then, you know, you never know, man. The UFC could really screw Arman and force him down to 145. Like, I don't know. They could be like, hey, man, no, we're not going to book you. Like, Arman is not necessarily in a good place with the UFC at all. There's a possibility that instead of Arman Sarukian fighting a Charles Oliveira, they would be like, oh, let's do Charles Oliveira versus Benoit Saint Denis for the BMF title, you know? There's a world where that happens. I don't know with Arman Sarukian. It's tough to say. I do think him versus Ilya is the fight to make. The problem is there are some hoops to jump through. And I think it really depends upon Ilya Topuria's timeline of return. I think Holloway versus Ilya is definitely closer at 155. I would love to see it. Dustin don't like people saying Gaethje has a better legacy than him and they're from the same generation. Oh, absolutely. They need to run it then. Chat, we're at 57 likes. Let's get 60 likes up in here. Arman's doing his amends right now. Media, Nina drama videos and such. He's doing a lot. Dude, Arman versus Oliveira would be sick. Arman versus Oliveira. We're on the same level, and we all see that. We also see what Ilya did to Charles Fair. Very fair. Dude, Arman versus Movzar would be crazy. Arman versus Movzar would slap. That'd be cool. Paddy got smoked. I know. I know. How's it already fucking Wednesday tomorrow, useless? I know. I'm freaked out. I know. It's already Wednesday tomorrow. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what the hell? It's already Wednesday? We're already at this week's Best MMA Bets tomorrow. Feels like it was literally just Friday. Why do I feel like Justin could get a decision against Ilya? Ilya went to a decision against 40-year-old Josh Emmett. Hard to say. Dude, that was a different Ilya, though. And he still beat Josh Emmett's ass. I'm excited for Josh Emmett versus Vallejos. That's going to be sensational. You want his beat return? Bro, We talk about McGregor not returning. Zabit ain't coming back. I always love the Sunday J versus Friday J. Do we have a savage underdog, a savage lock city? You know, I got a feeling inside my bones. I think savage underdog. I heard of the Suma Darji's cousin. I was watching the Road to UFC fight. They were talking about it on commentary. Dude, I watched the fuckload. Dude, I had to watch their Road to UFC fights because I didn't really know much about them. So I had to just sit there and watch the whole play out of the whole tournament. Then I was like, all right, I think I got a good read on this guy. And even for Cizale, I watched some of his Eternal fights. Never heard that anywhere. Listen, bro, your boy watches tape. Your boy watches tape, bro. It took me a really long time to do tape for 4 fights on the card. It was annoying. It took me hours, dude. Brock Lesnar return is wild. Arman doing a collab with Guru seal the deal and never see the belt is crazy. Holy shit. Lucas in his picks video just completely skipped the Road to UFC fights. Fair enough to him for being honest and not randomly picking. Yeah, bro. I'll tell you this. If you're not the type to do tape, picking Road to UFC, not the way. Yeah, especially if you didn't watch it live. Now, if you're gonna do tape, you do it. Whoever said that, Ilya 50-42, damn it. Yeah, people forget, man. Thank you for the 2. Wasn't even close. You think Sizzle a great pick? Thank you, Aiden MMA. I think so too, dude. I'm curious. What do you guys think about this idea I have? Not 100% certain I'm going to do it. But what do you guys think about this idea for tomorrow's evening Q&A if I take some live viewer questions towards the final half hour? I don't know. What's kind of crossing my mind? Kind of seems like a vibe. I think that could be a cool concept. Like how I do for members, exactly, but on the actual big show. So like a, live stream, but I was thinking about titling it Debate Me Live. Not saying you have to debate me, but it's just kind of good, good clickbait. You've been coming up with a lot of new stuff lately. PropAholics, the concept I like. The brainstormer. Thanks, useless. Even my thumbnail styles, man. Masvidal versus Edwards would be a nice prelim. I'm down for that. Tao's a contender series OG, Brendo. Yes. I think that does sound pretty dope. I'd like to debate how Dustin Poirier has a better resume than Justin Gaethje. Let's see. Can I argue with that? Let me see. Let me see if I can actually argue that. Let me see. I'm going to look at their topology so I can. All right. Marquee wins for Justin Gaethje are Cowboy Cerrone, Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Fiziev twice, Poirier, and Pimblett. Marquee losses are Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Habib, Charles Oliveira, and Max Holloway. Dustin Poirier, marquee UFC wins that he has are Max Holloway twice, though he lost the most recent fight. Conor McGregor once, but he beat him twice. Knockout of Diego Ferreira a long time ago. Knocked Bobby Green out pretty bad. Does have a bad loss to Michael Johnson. Beat Showtime Pettis by finish. Knocked out Gaethje. Knocked out Eddie Alvarez. Beat Max Holloway again. Lost to Habib. Beat Dan Hooker. Beat Conor McGregor the 2 times. Beat Michael Chandler. Beat BSD. The 2 McGregor wins on top of the 2 Max Holloway wins and being 1-1 with Gaethje and even the BSD knockout recently. I'd argue Poirier still got him by a tad. But to be fair, having the BMF title and 2 interim titles, the championship pedigree of Justin Gaethje is superior than Dustin Poirier, who has the lone interim title win. That's it. But, but, you know, he did fight and do better against Charles Oliveira and Habib than Gaethje did. But regardless, both losses. And obviously, he did fight Islam and gave an okay showing. Honestly, if you want to put on your business J cap, you can do debating members, just debate members only, but an open way. Put in the open to the public stream every week to entice new membership signs. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I like the idea. Who y'all got, Max or Charles? I feel like I gotta go Max. Also, chat, we're at 62 likes. We're fast approaching the 1 hour mark on the stream. I'd like to hit 70 likes for the hour mark because I want 100 likes on the stream. I want to be 30 away as we hit the hour mark. So make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's get 100 likes, rocking and rolling. You think Gaethje kind of evolved more over time than Dustin? Fair. The recent knockout over him was sick. Dustin all day, bro. What are we doing? A BS second interim title, BMF title don't mean anything. It's who you beat. Dustin Poirier's 2 Max wins, 2 Connor wins. Hooker, BSD, Eddie Pettis, absolutely clear. Justin, I think so too. But that'd be fun. Poirier's resume is better. Yo, AJ, what's your favorite pick? No hype this week. I think Elikana by finish. Or just Elikana in general. No hype pick that I think is good. I like that one. True. Dustin was top at featherweight. You're right. 2 weight class legend. Max is a better resume than Charles Oliveira. No, I say yes. I say yes, useless. I think that is fair. Max Holloway is in the GOAT conversation for featherweight outside of obviously just Volkanovski. Has to be said that most of Dustin's losses, he performed way better than Justin. Dustin Poirier did better in the 3rd Max fight than Justin. Did better versus Charlie than Justin. Better versus Habib. It's true. Had a tight gilly. Yeah, the resume debate is a lot of fun, dude. Dustin fought guys at their peak. Fair. That's why I think Dustin Poirier wants the trilogy. He doesn't want to close the book without one more against Gaethje, which I don't think is a bad idea. Holland versus Randy Brown just got announced for 327. That's a perfect fight. Dude, it's like I want to pick Holland, but I feel like Randy Brown is like more serious about fighting. Gaethje more accolades, Dustin better names. Agreed. Dude, that trilogy in Louisiana would have been sensational. That would have been better than the Max fight. I agree. The Justin versus Dustin debate is fantastic. It'll never get old, even if they fight again. I'd like to see them. I will tell you, bro, I'm down for a trilogy between those two right now. I feel like Randy Brown might have it too. Dustin has a better IQ to me to adjust and landed that head kick. Then I'm like, damn. To be fair though, he was cracking Dustin in round 1. Where the fuck is D-Rod? Remains unknown, bro. He's who knows. Randy was dealing with the Jamaica disaster last fight too. Dude went down there to help out after his loss. Respect on that. He is going to be locked in Randy Brown. Locked in Jay Brown. Chat, we're at lucky number 69 likes. I want to bust into 70 for the hour mark. Make sure you guys hit the button. Yeah, tomorrow I think it'll be a vibe, man. People can join the show. I was shocked how badly Bonefim did Randy. Just schooled him badly. Since 170 is so stacked, Bonefim flying under the radar, but man, he's a problem. True. I saw the John Silva unfollowed Ruffy thing since he's training with Volk. John Silva's bitter about it. I mean, can you blame him? Your boy is training with the champion of your weight class or supposed boy. He's like, fuck you. But I think for Ruffy, it was a good career decision. You know, training with John Silva wasn't going to create a championship run for Ruffy. Not saying that Volkanovski is either, but at least it gives him a chance. I want to put money on Diego, but I'm scared Volk is going to show levels again. I'm picking Diego. Do I feel overly confident in it? No. Good Noodle, thank you for the 5, bro. I've always sung Randy's praises. He's a really good fucking fighter. He is really good, just comes up short sometimes. And I feel like he's more technical than side of Kevin Holland. I feel like with Holland, we don't know where he's at. I think Holland's fallen from grace. Never seen AJ this biased? Wait, about what exactly? What am I so biased about? What am I being so biased about? What are we talking about? About me complaining about the eye poke? I'm allowed to be upset at that. I'm not shitting on Gaethje. I'm not shitting on Gaethje about it. I'm shitting on the referee for not intervening and doing anything. I thought Rose should have got it 29-28. I'm not sitting here shitting on Justin Gaethje, bro. I want you to understand. I'm not saying Justin Gaethje, you know, fucking shouldn't have won that fight. He did it on purpose. No, but I do think we saw him extended the fingers on fucking numerous occasions. He gets warned. If you do it again, I'm taking a point. We have the replay cam between rounds. Yes, the ref fumbled by missing it in the moment. I know. It's just, dude, it's like, are we going to fucking take points for eye pokes or not? Gaethje still wins even if there's a point deduction. Gaethje still gets the decision. I know. It was a terrible game plan, Swerve. I'm so with you. What the fuck? Just strike. Like, I thought he'd go for body locks. Even just fucking pull guard. Why is Gabriel so good compared to Ismail? This happens sometimes, man. The Fight Society collab. We don't have a date yet, but we will be doing it this year. Paddy really needs to work on head movement. He doesn't roll with any punches. No, he does not. He relies on his fucking chin. Blockhead, bro, sitting there, slugging fist. I mean, Hooker's claiming Arman broke his nose with a headbutt. Yeah, it would have still been a majority decision for the side of Justin Gaethje. Gaethje was showing that front headlock nicely. Will Ilya look better post-divorce stress? Better Ilya than he already has shown? Weight class should be terrified. I know. Josh Emmett getting thrown to the fucking young lion. Yeah, Villegas all day. I'll be impressed if Josh Emmett doesn't get knocked out. But I think at some point he will. Villegas is sharp. It's what Dan Hooker claimed. I haven't seen x-rays or anything like that, but he claimed that he got his nose broken. Your bot you made for the UFC picks always get the main and co-main picks right. So who's it picking this weekend for main and co-main? Wish the UFC kept golden gloves for the championship fights. I think there's more of an authentic feel with the OG gloves. The gold gloves just make it a little tacky, in my opinion. Bro, Apex cards with fucking seats is so much better. Makes you think the UFC kind of nudged Paddy to make an exciting fight. for the first Paramount card. I think he'd lose even if he shot 100 times, but still better chance he'd win. Yeah, I don't think Hooker would lie about that either. You do better with the undercard yourself. There's sometimes money spots you can get. Right, I agree, man. The eye pokes are a major issue. I bet it would be a cool experience at the Apex, bro. Fuck yeah. It got Justin right too this weekend. I was scared to throw down on it though, but I gotta just follow it. Listen, Aiden, if that's the call, that's the call. Brad Riddell, I mean, he's focused on coaching now. You thought Paddy was gonna make a statement? Yeah, statement made on the other side. Why the fuck is Villeos and Ribovic's S fighters in the Apex, man? I know they're adding seats, but these motherfuckers always show out, get them a massive crowd. Good noodle. Thank you for the 5. I don't know. I guess they're trying to add to the lore of this intimate Apex experience with some more seats. I'm curious to see what the vibe is like with the Apex now having actual seats. It's going to feel like when the fight nights used to be at like the Pearl of the Palms and shit, or the Red Rock Casino. Hey, let me know, Aiden. I want to know. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Hockett in Mexico. I don't think Hockett's getting that big of a jump. I think Adesanya could come back against Piper, but if you were in the stream earlier, I was talking about how I'm low key nervous of that pick because I was thinking Izzy at first, but I'm in my head about it. I'm like, fuck. The VIP price is all exclusive for food and booze. I'd give that up to save 1,200 on a ticket if it's true floor seats. Go find out, PDX. Yeah. Imagine you're in Vegas, you have a free Saturday, you spend a little 600 to get front row seats to Emmett Villegas. It's a sick fucking card. Right. It is worth it as fuck. Had a gut feeling Gaethje will win when the announcement was made. It was only once the buildup starts to cause a little doubt. Glad I stuck. A W fight milk on the other side. Guilherme Pat versus Thomas Peterson. Dude, can Guilherme Pat stop a takedown? I don't know. Guilherme Pat, we don't know shit. Like outside, okay, he won on Contender Series, but what or whatever, not Contender Series, but one on his UFC debut, a fight that should have been on Contender Series. To be honest, it's Alan Fry. No, they're saying those are the prices, PDX, but remains to be seen. I like Curtis versus Orabai. I think Orabai is going to look good. I think Orabai is like a nightmare for unranked guys at 170. I think Orabai beats D-Rod. I think Orabai, you could break into the top 15. Izzy looks good until one clean punch lands or have 0 grappling defense. Dude became a DJ, hasn't trained seriously since Amavov. So you're saying that I'm doing a bad thing if I'm going Piper. Perisic versus Gaeje would go hard. Does Perisic get that big of a competition jump after the debut? It was the worst game plan ever. Slug it out. Elves Brenner turned out to really kind of be trash, dude. Expectation versus reality, an Elves Brenner story. Chat, we're at 73 likes. Let's bump it to 75 by this hour, 10-minute mark. Let's keep it moving. Hey, real. I know you're hoping for your boy Torres, Finney. I know you're excited, bro. Just loaded up AXS for Emmett versus Villeos. 2 seats cost 600 only. So worth it. Holy shit. Piper struggling with pulling the trigger. And then Adesanya looking sharp from distance. Picking him off with some long range shots is possible. Thanks for the content, AJ. Of course, bro. Listen, the best way to thank me is hit the likes, bro. We got 123 watching live. I need 100 likes on this stream. I'm just letting y'all know. We got 21 minutes to do it. I think we will. 25 likes away in 21 minutes. I think we can hit an average of a little more than 1 like a minute. Rose leaving Whitman's team was so dumb. Ask Alonzo Menafield how that Pat Berry coaching works out. To be fair, though, Rose looked good. You think Torres beats Malkoun third round sub? Shit. Bro, Finney, he's going to be going crazy in chat. If Torres Finney wins, bro, victory lap for Torres Finney. Allow him to just fucking boast in chat. Piper versus Izzy fight is so tough to call, man. I still don't know who I'm picking. I wonder how well the size difference is going to be between them. I know. I know. Islam and Ilya, again, easy matchups in the summer. Justin and Usman. Makes sense so they can meet up in November. Oh. I don't know about Ilya Islam. Bro, Volk could do coaching with Volk. That'd be a great YouTube channel. I think Volk would be a great coach. Yeah, Rose looked great. She looks top 5 still. Still top 5. Still ready. She could, dude, if she could make 115, I think she could beat Mackenzie Dern right now. What's up, Cody Marmon? Good to see you, bro. Big BSD week. Fuck yeah. I think BSD live to go out and show out. Rose does fight passive. It's the flaw, but I think she could beat Mackenzie Dern. I think her versus Mackenzie Dern's a big deal. I would really say yes to that fight. At the White House, they did that. I'm cool with it. Rose doesn't fight with the same enthusiasm anymore. She has lost a little bit of that aggressiveness, but I still think she's good. I think she's still good, man. Maybe I'm just holding on to hope of Thug Rose. Maybe I'm living in a fantasy land. You're right. Maybe I'm living in a fantasy land. Maybe. Duo Choi coming back, and who is he going to fight? Valentina going to dog walk Silva? I feel like Valentina is definitely live to take her down. You know my favorite MMA YouTuber? ETJNVDHKJKMW, bro. Who should Cub Swanson be fighting on the Miami card? I feel like Cub Swanson, fun fight versus who, though? I don't know. UFC Houston, currently Fluffy Sean, Spivak Deliha, Ige Costa, Jeff Neal, Euros Medic, Zach Reese, Michelle Pereira, Brahimaj Soriano, Jacoby Smith, Sukyun Ko, Chidi Leal, Levitt Del Valle, banger. Yo, Levitt Del Valle, I hope Del Valle bust a fucking big shot out there. Wonder what they'll add to that card. Anything? Anything to add? Swanson Duho Choi 2 would go crazy. Very down to see those two rematch. Dan on paper does have a style that could beat BSD. Uses his long jab and circles a lot. BSD isn't the best at cutting off the cage. Really just shoots them back with aggression, then shoots. I don't see it. I don't think Dan Hooker's able to keep him off of him. Hard pressed to believe that. Why does the UFC still have Jose Medina on the roster? To use him as an opponent? Dana likes him, bro. He tries. That's why. Rahimaj underdog title round will continue. Is he going to be a dog again? Because if he is, yeah, that's a good underdog. Let's see. Are those odds out yet? No, I don't see odds yet. I don't see odds yet. Piper Adesanya near even odds. Bro, Vinicius Oliveira's a plus 175 underdog next week versus Mario Batista. I feel like that's a winnable fight. Yeah, MVP said he's going down to welterweight now. I feel like the Curtis Blades call out makes a lot of sense. I would pick Waldo to get Curtis. I think Curtis Blades been looking kind of bad. That Rivzan Kunia fight, he really looked bad. Valentina is definitely in the female GOAT conversation for sure. You picking BSD? Be too surprised if Dan pulls off? Do you mean you wouldn't be too surprised if Dan pulls it off? Murphy of Loyev and Jean Yair would be tough. True. That would be stacked, stacked, stacked. But I don't think they put it on the same card. What's up, Invincible? You think Vinicius good, but Hanslow will catch up to him? I don't know, man. I feel like his weird ass style could get to Batista. I think like Vinicius will struggle with Umar or even Peyton Talbot. I feel like Vinicius might get Batista. I like Vinicius Oliveira a lot, bro. I'm a fan. His awkward ass style with the hands low. One thing I'll tell you about the hands low, though, helps stopping takedowns for Mario. And I think Mario's going to be getting cracked by some shots, man. High kicks could catch Vinicius, maybe. Gene Matsumoto, Farid Basharat. I feel like Basharat's a little cleaner, but Matsumoto's going to make it really close. Who was Farid Basharat's last fight? Farid Basharat beat Chris Gutierrez by decision. Then Gene Matsumoto beat Miles Johnson. And honestly, he could have got that decision against Rob Font. How much reach is he giving up? Not that much. I feel like Farid on the scorecards. But G Matsumoto is going to be exploding with big punches and trying to back him up. Not an easy pick. That's a tough pick, man. I definitely don't think G Matsumoto is like completely outmatched. The odds are what? Let's see. Minus what? Minus 235 for Farid Basharat? That fight seems fucking close, man. That fight seems really close. Too close. You don't think he's clean enough? The thing is with his Thai style, I get it. He's gonna be getting caught down the center. But I do think he can make it 30. I think he might go the distance, though. I think it's probably a decision. Where did Jonathan Martinez go? I have no idea. He disappeared off the face of the earth. Yeah, no Jonathan Martinez fight news for a long time now. He's just disappeared. I don't know. Jonathan Martinez gone. Dude, I feel like they'll definitely make money. If they sell tickets to Contender Series, I think that's a good idea. I think they will. I think they will. Especially now, expanded the Apex. Why not? People will show up. The Contender Series with a fucking crowd. People are going to go fucking crazy in there. You don't think Paddy fights until quarter 4? I think you're right, too. Yeah, I think Paddy, he should chill for a bit. He took a lot of damage against Gaethje. Martinez was such a promising prospect. Outworked by Aldo and McGee, then disappeared. I'm sure he'll come back. Chat, we're at 84 likes. We're 16 likes away from 100. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Bless me with 100 likes this evening. I think, listen, double stream, Jay. I'll be live again tomorrow, Jay. I think I deserve it, bro. I think I'm entitled to 100 likes on this stream. Super torn with Aaron Tal fight. Love his style. Leaning him slightly, 60-40. It's a fucking dog fight. There's a realistic chance Paddy suffers the post Gaethje beatdown fall off. I feel like it depends on who they face him off with next. I'm not sure Ty is going to hit Taliesin. He's dealing with a massive reach disadvantage. Shama versus Jones at the White House. I need that, bro. I think that's the way. Dana White said a special one-off fight. It's a special one-off fight. John Jones is begging for it. Like, what are we doing? You know, you're going to really hold it against John Jones because of the Aspinall thing? He'll show up to fight Poatan. Homie isn't entitled to the likes, but is in fact deserving. Hey, thank you, Ed Hernandez. I appreciate you, bro. Martinez, Ricky Simone, if they haven't fought, yeah, say sounds nice. You have a 7th sense that Tuivasa will be KOing Teixeira in 30 seconds? Stop. Ty comes back looking jacked on the horse meat diet is crazy. The jacked Tai Tuivasa. Who wins, Shama or Jones? Dude, if Shama doesn't just get laid and prayed and dominated on the ground, if they strike, I feel like Shama's live to catch that fucking chin. I feel like Shama's live to flatten him. Bro, he did butcher Yanez. You're right. People forget. But yeah, I like Ricky Simone versus Jonathan Martinez. If Teixeira is shit and he just got lucky with Tafa, then hey, Tuivasa gets a knockout win. It's not the end of the world. I think it's a good thing. It's better. Like, I would love to see it. Fuck, man. I would love to see Tuivasa doing a shoey, getting a KO. Fucking Tuivasa's back. Pereira versus Azamat? Nah. Azamat is fighting Paulo. I think Azamat's close to a title fight. I think Azamat's real good, but he's got to get through Paulo Costa. And that's no easy out for anybody. But I think he should win. I mean, I don't think Ty was training that much. I think he took a good break, but he still knows how to throw down. Who's next for Charles Jourdain? Bryce Mitchell, or do they do Bryce versus Alexandre? I feel like Jourdain, Bryce Mitchell makes too much sense. But Bryce versus Alexandre, it's like, can he get revenge against a little big bro? I could see Ty coming in at 266, but he does look leaner, though, to be fair. I need Ty Dominic Reyes type comeback, but instead of getting chinned, he wins the belt. Yeah, keep dreaming, bro. If he won this fight, he looked impressive. I don't know. After that, Tai Tuivasa with a KO win on the comeback. Who would he fight, though? They're not going to give him Waldo. He can't fight a grappler. Bro, how is Marcin Tybura ranked number 8 in the world right now? How is Marcin Tybura, who lost to Ante Delija, ranked ahead of him? Doesn't make any sense to me. Spivak at 7. That's fair. I think Tybura should be number 10. Low key, though, Gaethje versus D-Lou makes sense. I wish Esteban Ribovics was more active. He's always training. You'll see him. You'll see him. He's fighting soon. They booked Andre Lima versus a random road to UFC debuting guy. Well, that's for a reason, bro. They're trying to build him up. Dong Hum Choi. To be fair, though, guy won the road to UFC tournament. But, Jesus, that was over a year ago that he won? Holy shit. I think Andre Lima clears, dude. Andre Lima for sure. Hey, what's up, Juice Trades? Welcome to the show. Hey, make sure you hit the likes, Juice Trades. We're trying to push towards 100, bro, but I'll be happy with even 90 likes on the stream. Tuivasa saying the heavyweight division is shit again is hilarious. Anytime he's in front of me, he's always shitting on his own division. You know what? At least he's honest, though. He's not bullshitting. The heavyweight division is elite. No, there's, I'm going to tell you right now. Heavyweight division, guys that I think are mediocre. that rank amongst the elites. Nick Parkin, Shamil Gaziev, Tai Tuivasa, unfortunately. Martian Tybura, Ante Deliha, current form, Derrick Lewis. I think Spivak's not bad, though. Like 7 and up, they're pretty good. And then I'd say Volter Walker looks promising. Volter Walker's promising. Bro, Manuel Torres, Fiziev. I don't want to see them fight each other, bro. All right, Aiden, tell me what the bot has chosen as the picks. Yes, tell me. Tybura Lewis, they fought before. I don't want to see that shit again. Maybe if Tai Tuivasa loses this weekend, they do Tai versus Lewis part 2. It's a good card on a fight night. It's a good fight. Fuck it. Have them just slug wild shots at each other and bite down on their mouthpieces. Manuel versus Gamrod and Ziam versus Fiziev. If he loses to Ruffy, I could see that. And look at the lightweight division and see if I have a different take. Bro, Manuel Torres versus Gamrod. He's going to get a big jump up the ranks. Number 7. I still like the idea of Michael Chandler versus Manuel Torres. Saint Denis Samish, rear naked choke, confidence 68%. Vote decision, confidence 78. Hey, Aiden, thank you for giving us the bot predictions. Yeah, I got Taliesin, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't rooting for Tai Tuivasa. I'm rooting for Tai, bro. I'm rooting for Tai all the way. Nah, Chandler shouldn't fight Manuel. It's not good for his health, bro. Fuck no. Chandler should duck that fight. That's a terrible matchup, bro. Fuck that. That's a scary ass fight. Manuel Torres can crack, man. Chandler's been getting hit way too much. Fiziev, dude, I think Fiziev versus like Money Moicano and Brian Ortega winner even could be a fight. But I just feel like if Ortega wins, they're gonna give him a bit of a push at lightweight. I could see Brian Ortega, Money Moicano winner fighting Paddy. Low key, I could see that. Estevam versus Nazim is sick. You think Manuel chins Gamrot as well? I think it's possible. It's crazy how bad he looked with Ignacio Bahamondes, bro. It is wild, Volk's supposedly the better pick than BSD there. Wait, what was the question you asked, Matt? I didn't even see. I'm sorry. I wonder if the reason Renat is out of the UFC is because of his rig bout versus Gustafsson. They're not going to say it, but that's what I thought. But I'm surprised they didn't cut Gus too then, you know? We just need to get these Moicanos, Dariush's, and Chandlers out of here. Make room for Salkilld, Ribovics, Duncan, Bahamondes. I think Salkild's on his way. And I think Duncan's going to be closing in on it too. I agree. I'm excited for the new guard, bro. You can't see Gamrot beating anybody. What about Gamrot versus Michael Chandler? Who would you pick, Gamrot or Michael Chandler? Why am I kind of thinking Michael Chandler would be the better pick? Fuck. Gamrot gets fucking starched. This Gamrot just doesn't do enough damage, bro. Dustin, Justin, and Charles held it down for a while against the new guys. Fuck yeah. Respect to them. They're gangsters, bro. John Silva, Aaron Pico. Dude, Aaron Pico's chin cannot hold up in that fight. You have to be able to take a punch to beat John Silva because you're going to get cracked. Aaron Pico is fucking good, man, but I think he'd get knocked out. Say Shama, please. Shama. Chad, I'll make a deal with you right now. If we hit 95 likes in the next 2 minutes, I'll shadow box it up. I'll bring the shadow box back. We're at 88. I'll give you guys 2 minutes, bro. Gaeje, bro, I gotta say I love these live chat Q&As. Don't got so many people in my life who fuck with MMA, so it's sick to have cool ass chat in person to chop it up with and talk MMA for an hour. Fuck yeah, I agree. I love it too, Swerve. I felt like I was able to cultivate the right audience for like a solid ass live chat, you know? A vibe live chat. Hanging out, having a good talk, meeting people that, you know, are into it the same way we are. I think I'm going to do another what the fuck UFC video Thursday for this week's card. I thought about doing a video today, but bro, I won't lie to you, man. I was just feeling like exhausted. I was like, you know what? Let me just relax. Let me focus on the good live streams. Like, don't stress myself out when it's unnecessary, when I got to prepare tomorrow for this week's best MMA bets and get, you know, back on business with the show. Who does Yusuf Zalal fight next? I think Yusuf Zalal versus Aljamain Sterling is perfect. What's up with Biggie Boy? Probably going to be sitting in a jail cell here soon. Shit. Jailbird Biggie Boy. Biggie Boy, the fucking jailbird. What the fuck video was sick last week? The first one, the biggest one you said came true. Let's see if it happens again. Let's see. Let's see. Sam Patterson versus Yo Alvarez in March is good. Forgot about that. I don't actually think either Volk or Diego win is bad. No. I don't think so either. So I'm going to have to sway it in a different way. I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, Swerve. Enjoyed Moneyline last night. Take care, fam. Big hump day. Fuck yeah, bro. Tomorrow we're bringing the heat. I'll be live tomorrow evening with a what I'll call thunderous live stream. A savage Q&A. You thought Cheeto beat Zahabi? It was close. I thought Zahabi got him by a little. Cheeto just too low volume. Cheeto versus Jonathan Martinez would have been better, but David Martinez? Nah, I'm going David. Yeah, Cheeto's on the way out, bro. Cheeto ain't that fucking guy anymore, sadly. Betting prediction video tomorrow. Yes, Juice Trades. This week's best MMA bets drops tomorrow. I'm going deep and gonna make some magic happen for that show. I'm looking forward to it. Listen, man, I'm about to sign out here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the past hour and a half live stream. Thank you guys for always supporting. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if it's your first time watching, or maybe you've just been lingering around and haven't hit the button yet. If Diego Lopes wins, is there a trilogy? I say, how could you not give the trilogy to Volk? Yes, I'll say. Hit the likes, people. W to the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. Like I said, I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be bringing some members on the show. That should be a lot of fun. And this week's Best MMA Bets also coming tomorrow. So good convos to get flowing as we head on into another badass fight card this Saturday. All right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Peace out. Good night.